My cluster headaches are back. Hi there, I'm Golden Routes, and today we'll be taking a look at my cluster headaches. I thought I had gotten rid of them for the most part, but it turns out they have come back. So it's been probably a good 4 or 5 years since I've had one. And why I say one instead of them is because it's really one big continuous headache. They come in bouts and all of that. And for those who don't know a whole lot about cluster headaches, I'll go over it here in a second. But um, I had gotten rid of them for the most part when I got with my ex, and I had always told her that she was the cure for them. And when we split up, I thought for sure I was going to get them back, and I never did. So I was like, okay, that's cool. These aren't any headaches to mess around with. They will affect my voice and my tone and how I react to things and stuff like that, because I'm not as enthusiastic, and I guess I don't sound as happy either or anything like that, even though that's not the case. It's just I'm in a lot of pain. So bear with me while we go through this bout, is what it is called. It could last anywhere from a week to a couple of years from my understandings. Maybe it was just 1 year. But either way, I'm in for a long run for this headache. So for those who don't know what cluster headaches are, let me explain it a little bit for you. So a cluster headache is a headache that can last for a couple of hours um, during these bouts. A bout is the time frame of which these headaches can last. So for example, one bout can last a week. Well, within this week, I will have several headaches back to back that make it almost a continuous headache with very little to no pain relief at all. There are some things that do help, but not very much, and I try not to resort to them unless if I am absolutely just destroyed. You can probably already hear it in my voice a little bit because my voice is a little bit scratchier. It's because, again, it's just I'm in a lot of pain, and it's I don't know how to explain how it affects my voice really. It just does. Um, but I can have up to a total of 8 headaches in one day. If it's chronic, then I believe I can have more than 8 headaches a day, but these headaches again can last anywhere from like 15 minutes to 3 hours, I think is what it was. So if you figure 8 headaches and then multiply that by 3, that's 24 hours. So I could literally have a headache last me all day. Um, I can tell when I'm getting one because I'll start smelling things. That's a hallucinogenic type thing. Um, Sorry guys, I'm trying to think. That's another thing, my memory is already terrible, but these headaches, because I'm in so much pain, I'm more focused on trying to find pain relief that my memory is really bad, because I'm focused on trying to find that pain relief, but not much really helps. So I just need to stop trying to find that pain relief, so that way my memory doesn't suffer anymore. Um... I don't know how long it'll last. I haven't figured any of that stuff out yet because, again, it can last for a year or 2, maybe 3, if I remember right. My last bout lasted, I don't even know, probably 2 or 3 years. Usually, though, if you have bouts or if you have cluster headaches, you'll have downtime just as much as you had the onset. So basically, what I mean by that is if I have a week's worth of cluster headaches, I'll have a week's worth of no headaches at all and no pain, no nothing, just nothing but relief, and then they'll start back up. They'll start back up. Well, if my last bout lasted a couple of years, and I had more time where I didn't have them than the time I did have them, if that makes sense. So I had them for 2 or 3 years, and then my pain relief was around 4 or 5 years. So I was really thankful for that. That's not very common for my understandings. But to describe the pain, studies have shown that it is the worst pain you can feel. Not the worst pain you can feel, but it is one of the worst pains you can feel. On top of that, it is worse than giving childbirth, from what I have read up on studies. How true that is, I don't know, because I have a high pain tolerance, guys. I really do. And these headaches are really almost unbearable for me. I've had headaches before, and these are not your average headache at all. It feels like somebody's taking a railroad spike, which if you don't know what that is, it's a steel. I'm pretty sure it's steel, pretty thick steel, long spike, and it's just like somebody's driving that through the back of my eye. Or like through my temple or something like that. I'm not gonna try to let the headaches get the best of me this time around, because when I was still YouTubing, I let it get the best of me, and a lot of people were asking questions about why my voice sounded the way it did, and I told them, and then I made a video about it because I was getting a lot of questions about my voice, and so this time I'm gonna try not to let them get the best of me, and I'm gonna try not to let that be an excuse for why my videos are sounding the way they do or anything like that this time. Like, I can kind of control the scratchy voice a little bit, but not to the point to where it's completely gone. I'm sure you guys were hearing that a little bit in this video. It just depends on the intensity of the headache at that time. Again, trying to make this video 10 minutes long. So, we got a couple minutes to go. What else is there to cluster headaches? On top of smelling things, usually they make my eyes water, or my eye water. It's usually behind one eye, and only one eye, and it's always on that same side. It doesn't switch sides. That's how I know they're cluster headaches. I was diagnosed with them as well, but cluster headache was classified as having a headache behind one eye on the same side for a continuous amount of time. Very, very rarely does it ever happen on the other side of my head, but if it does, it is worse than what it is if I had it on the same side of my head. And I think it's just because it's on a new side of my head, and it doesn't happen there very often, so that side doesn't know how to handle that pain like my left side does. At least that's what I tell myself. So yeah, that's cluster headaches, guys. There are some things I can do to help it. One thing is not legal where I live, so I try not to resort to it, but if the pain gets bad enough, then I kind of have to, I guess, But outside of that, that's all for now. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.